Oh, what up, what up, what up? All praises to the Most High. This is Jah, the Holy Roman Emperor, King of Rome, King of Israel, be the crown, almighty set within his motion of all seven continents. What's good? Listen, the tides have turned, but it's like a tree planted. You don't see it right now because it's growing, it's in the ground. We don't want them to pluck it up, so we ain't doing too much talking right now, okay? But the tides have turned. Now the set itself is different, okay? So what you gotta understand when I say the set is different, the function is different, is right now you have the church that is in place in its functionality or system, right? When I say you have the church that's in its place within its functionality and its system, meaning the kingdom functionality and motion of what is known or has been known as the church, right? Okay. So when I say that with understanding of hierarchy, royalty, which means what I'm gonna say to you guys is the completed church is enacted. That means God being on the throne, surrounded by the angels' protection point, the royals' protection point, and the holy royal monarchy, the protection point, and all the vast different areas of the classification of the people, which includes the dynamic of what you would call the churches. Okay, and so I gave a order quite a few years ago, and that order of communication was everybody just focus on sports and entertainment development, and we will do the competition point there, go through the functionality of, kind of like you do at school. In the States, we call it, if you're in high school, you have conference, regional, and then state, if you're in a bigger area. If you're in college, it depends if you go D2 or you go D1. You go D1, you gotta go to conference. It's like 2 or 3 nationals, like national, and then like national, then like the championship, something like that. But if you go like to a Division 2 school, one of the power Division 2 schools, you only have conference and then the Division 2 championship. But for like the Division 1, you have conference, regional conference, something like that, and then the championship. So what I was saying was, let's just run, because we got the money right now to just go and do it. Once it starts and once it's set and we make it through like the 12 months, then it's locked in place, and then it just continues to grow. So let's just run sports and entertainment development from these particular areas. It's similar to what we already have. Mainly, it's the order of the Holy Royal Monarchy, the royal points, or that team is really what's coming in. The rest of the teams are technically set, if you will. It's just the church has a bit more money to kind of focus and engulf this area there, so we can kind of cultivate and move a little different to separate, like the Bible says, or whatever. The biggest thing here is operating the way God said within his royalty, which means Jubilee functions is Ethiopia. Ethiopia point of the area is Manuel. Manuel is the functionality of the sequence, even within the dynamic of Haile Selassie. I have a job to do when it comes down to Haile Selassie, because I came across some information within the United States of America that accused him of being the Antichrist. And he literally said that he was put in that position by the European point of area power that took over Africa, and he respects and honors Manuel Manuel, Democratic Republic of Congo, within this particular area of his godship, which is the representation of his order, which is the bloodline, the functionality that I come from. So I don't really know what they're talking about within that particular regard. Okay. When I say I don't know, I understand what they're saying, but I don't know why it's the way it is. Now, when it comes down to these areas, King of Bobo put me in a particular area position over these particular points. When it comes down to India, I'm the Emperor of India. When it come down to Africa, I'm the King of Africa. When it come down to Europe, I'm the King of Europe. When it come down to Asia, I'm the King of Asia. When it come down to South America, I'm Emperor of South America. North America, same thing within this area. We just got the kingship, but I am the Commander-in-Chief, the General Armies, the dynamic of the sequence, the functionality of the sequence. So it's a lot going on in my life right now, and no offense, I have already had the run-in with the Caucasian point of the area lying, saying some stupid ass shit like, we had them in the areas for us to come into the point later, just in case anything happened, which was a lie, bro. I've been in position since technically 911, before 911, and that was why 911 was going on, because of everything that they did when they attacked me. They basically attacked as a unit, including the United States of America, to protect me on their behalf, according to the communication. To protect the NCU, whether it's true or not, it's very hard to find those particular points of those areas. I just happen to be the general armies to get into the order of the function. Once I got into the general armies of areas, I went and communicated and checked a few different things to see if everything was set within my particular area. When I got to my area of function, I came across paperwork that stated that the area that I was in had been communicated as a negatory point for God knows how long, and it was in the area of take his money, take his kids, take everything. And I was like, for what? And they had attached it to like the 911 situation. I'm like, how the hell over 13, 14, somewhere around that, like incoherent to any of these areas I was in, military points that got specially selected and all this other stuff. I found out later they didn't expect me to make it this far. So when I made it this far, it came out to be that way, And so, like, I have a lot going on to just kind of, like, get past that thought process and so, and just move on, like, let it go, move on, not hold a grudge, give it to God, and just go on and move on within the commanding areas, which I am. So it's been, a journey for me. Even right now, as we speak, like, right now, I am resurfaced. I have a lot of money in my military account. I have another account. I'm over the Celestial Order, so I have money, and I'm still outside for absolutely no reason. And they keep putting me in particular areas to be in situations like I'm at Walmart. My stuff should be in my car, and I should be able to but instead I'm dealing with these areas. They keep putting me in situations like this. Over time, situations hit, we get to a particular point, I get told that Prince Williams have been doing things towards me. They want me to make it to the pro point and all this other shit, and have been attacking me because King Charles had put me on the throne without him, and he's the rightful whatever. Protecting this to me was true or not, I don't know. All I know is I've been dealing with negligatory area, and real talk, I'm balling out the mix right now, and I can't access my shit like I'm supposed to. And I could somewhat understand it because there are rules to having a lot of money like that. But when it comes down to the area, it's not okay to be within a particular function and have the areas, and then these people move within these negligatory areas towards you, even attacking you and like keeping you in the point where you are the particular sequence. I was, you go through training, so I was general armies and training for X amount of time. I finally got done with training and down with general armies and commander-in-chief. And Almighty God, the Holy One, Emperor King of Rome, King of Israel, all this stuff you'll learn about later. But the hardest thing here is literally dealing with the negativity of the people and the attitudes of foreigners and areas of these components, because they're not allowed into this world, including like the church, like the United States of America. They're not allowed into this quote unquote world. And so I have to deal with their disrespect, their misunderstanding, thinking you're trying to be something you're not, And this is hierarchy, this is royalty, this is outside the premise. Like this shit is going on right now. And it gets frustrating because you have the power to do certain things and that become a test as well. You know, how much pressure can you take? Can you operate under pressure and different things of that nature? So we're gonna go on and move on and shift through these particular orders. I cannot find I'm looking for a case for a phone that I just got. And I'm trying to see how much the phone case is so that I can come back and get it later, but I did not happen to see it at this time. So I'm kind of looking at like just kind of getting an auto body. I guess try to get an auto body Opto box case and see if that'll work for it, whatever if it is or not, because it's kind of one of the cheaper phones. But that's one of the hardest things is having money, meaning I got over $1 million in my account and I'm out here like this and they won't give me much, like they won't give me access to much. And they literally said, you know, well, we're not doing this because, you know, we don't want a black person in particular points. And, you know, I get told protecting this and me was true or not. They literally said, like, he's doing everything right. He's getting everything right. He's just the wrong color. I was just like, this beats all I didn't like, I didn't have to deal with within these functions. I do not see what I'm looking for over here within these particular points. I found a tent for like $7 at Walmart, but I had to order it and then come and pick it up. I came to get a tent and I found a tent for like $24. So that's it, bro. We're gonna go on the post this area and we're gonna move on. When I say move on, bro, we gotta move on. All this other areas and these negatory points and these functions, bro, listen, focus on sports and entertainment, relevant from the thing. We'll meet up within the dynamics of the area, what you would call the championship points of the areas of the awards and areas of the particular function, going to the particular points, connecting a particular sequence, linking and adding up all the money within this area to take care of the people and to have a stronger, better economy within these areas. Alright? So other than that, bro, I say we are done. Let's move on. Let bygones be bygones. Let all the other negative areas be negative areas. And let's literally move on at this time, right? When it comes down to these particular parts of these areas, this is where we go. Right? So, like I said before, it's hard to be in an area and know you got, and know you have, and you know, it comes down to the particular point, shifting the areas, and the only reason you're in a particular area is because of basically racial clauses, and you got family and other stuff you gotta take care of. That shit ain't cool, dog. And you gotta deal with that shit every day. Niggas thinking that you don't want to work, you don't want to this, and they don't know your account. Your account like a big ass flex. And you just gotta eat that shit. You know, God does things for a reason. So one of the things I think He does that to show you true people's intentions. Because as long as they think that you don't have nothing, they're gonna treat you a certain way. Once they find out you got something, or you coming with something, or you actually been putting in work low key, then they start treating you a different way. You gotta let bygones be good, bygones within the areas of whatever they've done and how they've done it, and move on. So with that being said, let's move on. Blessings from the throne of graces. God hold on the King of Throne, King of Israel, crown with sweet scroll. This is the final communication at this particular time. We are on Good Vibes Only, sports and entertainment, relevant from the throne of grace again. Sweet scroll, sweet 12 again.